So, to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous to watch this next episode. After I had a little bit of time to process the first one, I came to the definitive conclusion that I liked it. I thought it was really good. So now I keep thinking that, is the second episode going to be as good, or all of the rest of the episodes in this first season going to be as good? I don't know, but I feel like it's got a lot to live up to, and I'm nervous that it's just going to be kind of a disappointment. So you know what? I guess we're just gonna jump right into it. Let's get started and see how it goes. Ooh, we got a new opening. Check that out. And it's back to the Game of Thrones music. And look at all that blood, fire and blood, the house words. The House Targaryen, yeah. Ugh, this music. I feel like we're back in the day when we're looking forward to those Sunday nights. It's a good feeling. A lovely sight. Ooh, yeah, and he's alive too, getting eaten by crab. Okay, yeah, that's nice. That's a Game of Thrones show for you. Start out the episode with something disgusting, something grotesque.
I'll caution you, Lord Corlys. A seat at the king's table does not make you his equal.
Does Otto Hightower kind of have like a Tywin Lannister vibes? Like there's some similarities there. I'm feeling that. Let me know if you're feeling that too. Like something about the demeanor, the way they carry themselves, the way they speak reminds me of one another.
Only meant that we should at least...
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's talents.
Ooh.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new King's Guard posting, Lord Commander?
A fine idea, Your Grace.
I actually thought it was kind of cool that she's a cupbearer. She's in this room getting exposed to how things go in these council meetings because she was named the heir, so she's got to have that exposure. But she just got the boot.
We thank you for your loyal service to the crown, sir.
All right, well, she's got some other responsibilities that seem like they are probably important.
Sir Raymond Mallister, knighted at 8 and 10.
Do any of these knights have combat experience? Beyond capturing poachers?
Sir Kristen Cole.
He kicked your uncle's ass.
Son of the steward of the Lord of Blackheath.
Perfect choice.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat.
Seems like a valid point.
Should he not?
I wonder if he thinks she only chose him because he's handsome.
Of course, Princess. You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you?
Talks. So this has been an ongoing thing since the first episode.
I fear that
And you can really see that a connection is formed. And I wonder if Alicent is still going to him with this motive, or if she's being sent by her father, or if she's actually just genuinely enjoying the king's company.
What if your father were to remarry?
Then he could have a son, and then it could make things complicated for you being the heir.
I know the time must make the effort. Thank you.
Well, this was such a nice moment. You see that we saw in the first episode that they're already really close friends, and the death of Rhaenyra's mother brought them closer together because they both have suffered that tragedy of losing a mother. And now Alicent is helping her reconnect with her father.
The crown is perceived as being vulnerable.
And a blind
But who would
incursion
want
of the
to
Stepstones is the only way to
mess with
demonstrate
them?
that we are
They've got dragons. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there bold enough to do it, but seems like a very poor idea. I guess Viserys is known to not really be that powerful of a king. Maybe that's what they're trying to establish here, that's becoming more known throughout the rest of the world.
You could not ask for a stronger match than Laena.
I mean, you're a little biased, considering that's your daughter. But she could be right, though. But she is going to be biased. What the hell is that?
This is our best chance to save the Digit, Your Grace.
Oh.
The maggots will remove the dead flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
No, I'd just say amputate it. No, thank you. I'm not sticking my hand. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I could ever bring myself to do that, no matter how bad the infection was. You gotta remember, don't eat anything while you're watching the show. Not just because of this, but because there's plenty of other circumstances where you're gonna regret eating something while watching.
To whom? Your Grace?
The Lady Lena.
Lord Corlys has overreached, Your Grace. Such matters must be discussed with a small council.
That is what I'm doing. Presently.
Yeah, Otto Hightower's gonna steer away from that as much as he can. He's got plans for his daughter that he's not voicing to the king, of course.
You are the king, but I do not envy you.
Sneaky. Sneaky. Just, that's all that goes on in King's Landing. Sneaky. They sneaks. I know that this is normal in this world, but it just looks so wrong seeing this little girl and this grown man. I know. It's a Song of Ice and Fire world. There was a baby. As soon as they came out of the womb, was engaged to a grown man. It's not a weird thing in this world, but it's just looking at it looks so wrong.
Some would say too large for our world. The Dragon Keepers believe she made home somewhere on the coast of the Narrow Sea.
Yeah.
They say it's sad.
I want to see Vhagar. I want to see Vhagar now.
I imagine even dragons get lonely.
It would be a great honor to join our houses as they were in Old Valyria, so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
Is that what your father told you to say?
I was just gonna say, how many times do you think her parents made her rehearse that before she met with the king?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Ooh. I think she sees what's going on and doesn't like it. Is she gonna do something to that little girl?
It bothers you, does it not?
Oh, it bothers her.
My father is a king. If you mean to elicit some anger from me, you should know that you're failing, princess.
Quite the opposite. And when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you.
Ooh, we're going right into the issue. It hasn't happened yet, but we're already talking about it.
They denied you, Princess Rhaenys. Queen who never was. Called me heir to the throne.
Do you remind your father's men of that as you carry their cups?
Goodness.
And see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
It's like she sounds like she's trying to give her advice, but then she says something kind of biting. She keeps going back and forth. I don't know what her goal is here. To teach her a lesson or to... can't really figure Rhaenys out. Not yet, at least. But Rhaenyra, she seems smart. When I was that young, even now, I would never be able to hold my own in a battle of wits against a grown-ass person.
Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne, to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of Old Valyria, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle in the custom of House Targaryen.
So Daemon's got this sense of entitlement, which is not surprising considering what we've learned about him in the first episode, but things haven't changed since the last time we saw him.
Scorio Dromon Daemon Leitas.
What difference does it make? Isn't an egg an egg? Oh, I see.
Assemble a detachment, Otto.
So Daemon took a second wife in addition to the first one, didn't leave the first one, or nothing happened to her. So he's got 2 wives now. And they said, it was a tradition of Old Valyria. Aegon the Conqueror had 2 wives, both were his sister. And then their son, or Aegon and Visenya's son, Maegor, known as Maegor the Cruel, he had 3 wives at 2 different times. So I think he had 6 wives in total, but he had 3 wives at once, and then later had 3 wives. I think he was the last one to have more than 1 wife. So this is probably a big affront for him to be taking more than 1 wife. So we'll see if anything comes out of that. On top of him stealing the dragon egg and still calling himself the heir.
Will you see the king tonight?
I feel bad for her.
If you wish it.
Oh shit. He's walking up holding the egg. Oh, he's tossing it around. Oh, he does what he wants.
Sir Crispin, wasn't it?
Sir Criston Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Classic
Perhaps my
undermining
prince called
technique.
when I knocked him off his horse.
I mean, did they not bring dragons with them? They knew he'd have his dragon here. I guess, yeah, if there's no dragon riders with them, then maybe they couldn't have, but they should have brought a dragon or 2. Come on.
See the fucking steel.
Oof. Ooh, okay. So they did bring a dragon. I don't know if she was supposed to come, but they do have a dragon on their side now. That looked really cool, how it was coming through the clouds, through the mist. Yeah, he's keeping it warm for you. It still didn't give you the right to steal it. Could have asked. They probably would have said no, but you still should have asked. Ooh, so she's not even pregnant.
If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me. So do it.
He's a cocky smartass and he's clever, but Rhaenyra got him, I think. She's really smart. Ooh! They got the egg back. He didn't hand it over nicely, but they got it back. Yeah, she got him. And I know I was just saying, like, not nice things about Daemon, but I gotta say, I do love his presence. I think the actor is a big help in that, but yeah, Daemon, I could say a lot about him, but I do enjoy it when he's on the screen. I hate to say it, but he's cool. He's cool.
What will they do with the Commonor he claims he's taken to wife and made with child?
She's got a good point, but I guess if they do believe they are married, then she probably is safer from them trying to harm her, as opposed to if she's just hanging out with him and they're not married. I don't know. But she does have a point that he could be putting her in danger, because he doesn't have to fear certain things. I mean, a little bit, I guess. He can only push the king so far.
Find ourselves on the precipice of war in the Stepstones, and the Sea Snake holds claim to nearly half the realm's ships.
He would not dare withhold them in the face of the realm's need.
It's got to be a really shitty position to be in, where if you don't appease everybody's wishes, then they're just not going to ever help you out when they're kind of supposed to.
The Sea Snake has made a calculated,
Yeah, that's shitty.
fair play for a man of his position.
And you acted without the crown's leave.
No, he wasn't getting that egg back without her. Without a dragon, that wasn't going to happen.
I have decided to take a new wife.
Ooh, Corlys looks satisfied. But is he gonna say Corlys' daughter?
The Lady Alicent Hightower.
Oh! Oh, he's pissed.
An
my house is Valerian.
Now, did Rhaenyra know this? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Didn't look like she was already aware. That's uncomfortable. I like that we didn't know either. I like that we were kind of seeing it the same way that Rhaenyra did. Like, he went into this making it seem like he was gonna say Lena, and then it was Alicent. Damn.
I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Oh, he's conspiring with Daemon?
I wasn't aware you had a king for a brother.
I guess it's not too surprising. He was kind of taking Daemon's side a little bit in the first episode with things. So it's not that much of a shock, but... I mean, this is definitely something that the king is not going to be okay with. Oh, it's going down.
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstone.
It's all the sneaking. I told you, the sneaking.
It was never my brother's strongest trait.
What?
Being king.
It must be made.
He's got a good way of speaking, Corlys. He's got a good way to rally people, probably. We'll see, but I think... Yeah, like, he's convinced. He's convinced. Ooh. Now, these people are scary looking. So my initial thoughts, it wasn't as action-packed as the first one. There's a lot of talking, a lot of drama, a lot of like backstabbing kind of stuff, you know, like the sneaking. Like, I keep using that word sneaking. It's really what's going on though. But that's how it was with Game of Thrones. There would be like an episode where so much stuff would happen, so many just wild things. And then the next episode would be just a lot of talking, not really a whole lot of action, but what happens within these conversations is actually very influential for the course of the story. So it's not a bad thing when there's an episode with a lot of talking. But I do think that was enjoyable. I think a lot of the things that we did get to find out, all of the new developments were really interesting. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.